Free tweets? Free tweets all around?
Why are you giving the bird to something? What are you flicking off, dude?
I hate this Wi-Fi here. I'm on the public Wi-Fi and it kicks me off all the time. Maybe
Well, it's garbage. It's got room for
power user.
8 people, and ever since Pokemon Go came along, it's down to like 2.
Gotta catch them all?
I do. You know what? I had given up on the game, and I went to the Vietnamese mall yesterday, and it was all sorts of exotic Pokemons.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
Even
actual Pokemons?
Yeah, literal ones.
Like, or are we talking about like,
Pokemons, Pokewomons.
like, hey, you wanna have a good time with a Pokemon?
No.
Oh my gosh, some racist person just walked in here. We need
Do you
to
wanna poke?
get out.
You wanna poke?
It's not even the voice that gets me, but he's pulling at the sides of his eyelids. I'm like, that doesn't even work on radio.
That's not true. I did
I'm
not do that.
smiling, but
I go halfway, but I don't go all the way.
That's true. All right, it is Papa's Basement. I'm John Papa Giorgio, hence the show's name. The show's website is papasbasement.com. Go there for every episode we've ever done. You are listening to Disco Muerte. I don't know what song this is, Black. You should get their new album on iTunes. I think they have a Facebook page as well. Follow that. It's good stuff.
And leave a review. And then as you're doing
Facebook
that,
review? Can you leave Facebook reviews?
no, but
Horrifying.
you can leave an iTunes review. Well, actually, I think you can leave a Facebook review, but they're not a restaurant, so
Yeah.
maybe you can. But I know you can do an iTunes review, and since you guys will be so familiar with the iTunes review, you can go over to Papa's Basement and you can give us one there.
Look at that.
Excellent point.
He needs to be this drunk every episode. I mean, he is, but you need to be focused and drunk.
That's true. That's
This is
true.
impressive.
I took a week off, and now I feel like pretty re-energized.
I wish
And
I
kinda
could. Beer is your spinach. So, we got Pete Mavey over here,
Hello.
and we got Sarah Beaker,
Hello.
and we're here to talk about all the news that's in the news this week.
Fitapod.
I like it.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
I need a week off. Yeah, maybe if I did the show once a year, it'd be really like ninja good. But we can't do that so much. I have to talk about I was going to drop one. Who even knows how to pronounce this? The Patreon, the Patreon?
Oh, so you were gonna cuss like a dirty episode.
Can't be
I was.
pronounced with the human tongue.
Yes, you have to,
Patreon. Patreon.
Patreon?
Patreon.
Old PT.
That's it.
Patreon?
Whatever it is.
Yes.
So Patreon is a
Old money
service
grab.
that
Sounds duck wrong.
lets you give your money to us monthly. And I know that should sell it in itself. You're like, well, this is all
And
too
it
good.
really
to be
should.
free.
8 years later, it really should.
Yeah, I think we're doing either the 8th or the 9th anniversary.
I know.
Really.
It gets longer every time we bring it up.
It's been a while. So let's just go with an even 10. We're about to hit the decentennial. I think that's a
That
word.
seems right.
Sounds right. Yeah.
That's as real a word as Patreon. So we made a Patreon page, and if you give us monthly monies, you get all sorts of rewards. And I think the sweet spot is what, $4 in Patreon?
$4 is the subscription price. So I'll give you a lowdown on what the perks are. So for $1, we'll give you the social media shout out, which is
I'm sorry, how much? What's some money?
For $1.
Thank you.
I know.
The plural.
I know what I said.
Excellent. Several hay pennies.
So there's this a social media shout out, and for another $1, so you get to pick either or. We will also do stickers for life. So we have stickers now.
Is that like NWA's second album?
Stickers for life.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's also a charity. Stickers for life.
And then jumping up from there, we have the $4 reward. Now, secretly, we had the $3 reward that John said was unsafe and we should not do it because I wanted to give you guys a real shout out. I wanted to, for $3,
This
go
is
to the
dumbest.
go to
hold
the-
on for a second. This is the dumbest thing you'll ever hear.
It is really dumb.
This should have
I doubt
been-
that already.
The energy involved in this should have cost $30 a month. $3 is disgusting.
I will shout your name from the rooftops, and there will be a video.
But it's not a metaphorical rooftop.
I will say,
is it?
follow so-and-so
He wanted
from the
us
rooftops.
to actually
Is that
climb on
real
roofs.
Or do you mean rooftops the way you mean dollars?
I'm gonna jump them like
Was it
Daredevil.
one rooftop?
I'm gonna jump them like Daredevil, and then in between each jump, I'm going to say your username of your
What if it's
platform
difficult
of choice.
to spell?
Choice. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So $1
It'll
gets
be
you
earthly
chores.
understandable.
Yeah, he wanted us to climb roofs for $3, and then somehow,
Roofs.
yeah,
This might be the best idea. I've
As-
ever
It's so
heard.
funny, right? I wanted, and we were gonna
as if that were
videotape it.
dangerous enough. And we have to do this during the
How many would you
armpit
have to get
heat.
to buy a ladder?
Yeah, exactly. So during this
I would pick
armpit
someplace I
heat,
know that we could get to the top of.
you're going to
like
have
a
us.
doghouse roof.
You're going to have us climb
I could do it from one of those.
on top of roofs.
Yeah.
Like a cat on a hot tin roof. They're called that because it's hot.
Yes.
The cat?
There
Sure.
could be a fiddler.
And
Who
then
knows where they're
Sure
gonna be?
could, yeah.
while we're dancing back and forth on this pretty much a skillet on top of a house or whatever,
With the weather,
I
yes,
do
I
not
could see
think
that.
that's what roofs are like now.
we stand up
Definitely hot.
as the tar is melting because it's molten at this
Oh,
temperature.
it's tin and
We
tar.
then stand up and like pull our phones out and really just like every CNN headline where it's like, man goes to Great Wall, falls off, taking dumb selfie. Man does it in Grand Canyon too.
And we will film ourselves just going, "This is for you, Damien.
Yeah.
This is for you."
And to top it all off, we actually had a jumper death. Not even a jumper death, pretty much a
Wait.
death.
You personally did?
Yeah,
we
I
didn't.
literally can't leave you
I
alone.
had a jumper ego death. No, next to the studio at the Mosaic Mall in beautiful Fairfax, Virginia.
But is this, we've been over this with the malls. Is this an outside mall, like a mini mall?
It's a
Yeah.
walk around
It's like a-
mall.
Okay.
It's a white person mall after 2000.
I'll give it that.
That's how you describe it.
It's something like a mall.
A strip mall type.
But you're
mall.
talking about the movie theater, the Mosaic.
It's called the Mosaic District.
Oh,
My point
how
is
fancy.
exactly
No, I'm pretty sure we know what the important part of the story is. It's mall related,
a dude
not mortality.
was supposedly perched on the edge of the parking garage. Again, the Mosaic is like 2 feet from our studio.
Yeah,
It's
we
the
go there
mall.
all the time to catch Pokemon.
Yeah, we do that, and it's the target where Howard was grabbing like 10-year-old chicks' ass.
It's also where Howard spends most of his time.
I guess because he's a lawyer, I should say the guy that looked a lot like Howard.
Supposedly looks like Howard.
We all know it was Howard. But yes, the Latino man who got arrested for it and looked like Howard. It's all, we walk there all the time. I mean, well, in our fitter days we did.
Okay, yeah, sometimes we try.
We could. If we were in any other,
You were mall walkers?
yeah, in every other country we would walk there. We're Americans,
Before it
so we
opens,
drive
they're
there.
so nice.
But a dude was supposedly perched just on the edge of the parking garage, dangling his tootsies, I guess, and relaxing. You know, thinking
Just hanging
he
out?
was in control of everything. And then he did a Greg Louganis right into the asphalt.
No way.
Yeah, and just, I guess, you know,
Is there more?
Wait, so it wasn't a suicide?
no, I don't think so.
That's what we're trying to.
I
I'm trying to
think
figure
he
that
was
out.
he was an idiot and pulled the Jackson Pollock with his brains all over the asphalt.
Wow.
All right.
And what is so great is, like you said,
That
it's
could
a
have been
big
any one of
time
us.
pokey walking. Well, yeah, especially if he was trying to catch some sort of like rare Pikachu
Absolutely.
or a Bulbasaur up there or whatever. Yeah.
Well, they'll have 77 of them. when they have it.
There are people all over this mall. Everywhere.
There's one person all over it.
There is no way. I mean, I'm not saying the army of kids and us playing Pokemon Go looked up from their phone, but if they did,
Wow. I
What
wonder
they
if
got
anybody
treated to.
even saw it.
Oh.
you're right. If a man falls in a
Kids-
woods
kids-
and everyone's playing Pokemon Go in that woods,
Yeah.
Oh crap.
does anyone hear it?
Does anyone put up the
So
caution sign?
so secretly, you guys can make that $3 bet. And in Papa's Basement at Gmail. You can do the PayPal through in Papa's Basement at Gmail. I will go through with that.
That's
Yeah.
true. If
I
you,
may not be on the
Definitely
show
will.
any longer, but
if
damn
you,
it, I will go through with that.
if you want to avoid giving Patreon a cut, you can just pay us directly
Exactly.
through PayPal.
Yeah.
Inquire within.
Also, yeah, if you don't want them stealing your information and you think it's fine if we share it with the people we know, totally do it.
That's true. They take a
We're not gonna
10%
share.
cut. So right now, if you promise to give a monthly donation and circumvent them and do it through PayPal, I'll level with you. Patreon is ISIS talk for Fund the Jihad. That's where your 10% would go. So just pay us directly, guys.
But no,
What?
or go through the Patreon because it's
I don't think
fantastic.
that's what's.
Either way you
That's
guys want to do.
about.
The fact is, Life's about choices.
If PayPal's
And you
too
have
much work-
choices.
You know what? Let the caliphate happen.
What's that word mean?
It's supposed to be like the leader on Earth.
Hold on.
of-
If I mispronounce it, proliferate. Do you know what it means now?
Nope.
Oh, damn. Okay. He really doesn't know the word then. I just. Oh, right.
Not a
It's
bit.
the place you're supposed to move to and the person you're supposed to follow.
Okay. Well, we're all following John here.
It's the thing that scares the Republicans so much. It's like
Oh,
a
okay.
swath of territory in the
Yes.
Mideast where ISIS is like, we're just building a state based on religion.
Oh, you didn't use like buzzwords.
Yeah.
Yeah, use big
I like
words.
caliphate was a buzzword, but okay.
I don't really think the public will get that.
The splatter guy. Oh, he had his
Oh,
hands up.
I was going for it. So we have the $3 one. The $4 one is actually the subscription price, which in the subscription price, you get everything that's listed before that, minus the $3 going onto the roof, unless you specify it, then I'll totally do it for you. But it's just a one-time
He
deal.
just really wants to do it.
I'll do it. I'm trying. I love these guys.
He thinks he's going to look
He will
good
pay you
bald,
$3.
like Christopher Reeve in that wheelchair. That's what he wants to do.
I really do. I thought about it. I was like, Lex Luthor. It's not that bad.
You want that limp neck and
So we've got
the metal cage around it, holding your neck in place.
So we've got the $4, which is the subscription price. That's the package. So we're going to be doing an extra 2 dirty episodes a month. That's aside from the 4 that we already give you guys, the hour-longs.
The 4 mediocre episodes, 4
Yeah.
dirty episodes.
Well, the dirties, dirties are just really fun. And what is great about the dirty episodes is that there's also an option, and it's a little bit later down, that you can pick the topics for the dirty episodes. And you can also host a dirty episode if you so choose. And those are at the $20 and $25 respectively.
That is such a steal.
It is a steal, isn't it,
Did I
John?
deliver that well?
As well as you ever do.
But
Someone, by the
I
way,
mean-
before we go on,
You can run away with the damn show if that's what you want.
you can, and for not too much,
Yep.
$25.
And that is a guaranteed 2 shows, dirty shows. And if we do any more, then they're on the house.
What? No, okay, I don't like
No,
that.
he means on the roof.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
If they're on the house, then you're on the pavement, like the other guy. 'Cause, come on, extra shows on top.
Trust me, I love you guys.
Who wants to give bonus anything to
So we-
anyone?
So we
Please,
also
someone move that chair.
made-
It's really screwing with me.
we made the jump
It's a feng shui thing.
from 4.
No, Sarah, now you got to put it next to you. It
Don't
belongs.
tell me what to do with my chair.
Act like Casper is going to come in at any time, and nope, I don't like it there either.
Honestly,
I want to
Good
pull up to the
Lord.
mic. I want to.
there's already a chair at every mic, a car in every garage.
It weirds me out. Thanks, Pete. See, he cares. It's too far to the other side. But okay, you know what?
It'll have
are you gonna
to
let
do.
it go?
It'll
There.
have to do. So it jumps from there, from 4 to 10. And then that is the monthly Periscope that we'll be doing. So it'll sort of happen during the show.
I was
Well,
worried we
dirty
didn't have
shows.
enough show. I didn't realize that
Oh, there's going to be
you
plenty
would be
of shows
doing
on.
this. And
You're going to
then,
be stuck in this room for days.
do you have any baseball cards you're going to sell after this?
I actually have some in my basement. That
Is there a
I think
ShamWow
people
thing
would
we're gonna get
really
into?
be interested in? But wait, there's more.
Okay.
So at the $20 level, I did.
I feel
say
like this
you
is
could
a
pick
Joe
it-
Rogan episode. Like we're just hucking brain pills to these people for the first 10 minutes.
Oh, or I'm just telling them, just sleep in a water tank.
Here's your alpha
That's how you
blast.
figure it out. Let's all do shrooms.
It'll get your frontal cortex working, and you'll get a hard on. What?
That really sounds enticing.
You get the alpha
That
blast for
sounds good.
$10 a month.
Alpha Blast plus shrooms. Totally good show. So for the $20 level, you get to pick the show topic, and then the $25 level, there's the shirt. And this is everything before that too. So there's the show topic.
We
there's
explained they
everything.
get everything before.
All right, they need to know that.
They just
And
know
then
the
for the next
betrayal.
$25, the co-host of the Dirty Show, and then I'm done. But as I said earlier, if you guys are interested in just doing the subscription package, just hit us up at inpapasbasement@gmail.
All right.
There. Thank you. And that's my presentation. Oh wait,
That was all
There's
one
more.
breath. No, shut up. I don't want to hear your voice
for
for about 3 minutes
$7.
B plus.
I'll show you my phone.
now. Okay. Really, will you hang brain for a nickel? Just balls on a keyboard. Well, okay, now that that's done, Patreon.
Thank you. Thank you.
let's talk about our weekends, because I had an action-packed weekend, like actual physical activity. Thus repugnant to me. Did you guys? You were at the beach.
I was pretty sedentary. I was at the beach. I just laid around. I got some sun. I'm peeling right now.
And
You guys can't see that from there.
burnt.
I look good. What do you mean? I don't look
no, you
I don't look burnt. Oh, I look red from the alcohol.
You
But I don't look
Oh,
burnt.
okay.
You old Irish sailor tan. Like you just get red and wrinkly.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not wrinkly. I look pretty smooth. I think.
Give it time.
Smoother than you two's.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, I had to go.
Your skin looks like if I took wax paper and wrapped it around a pumpkin.
Ew.
Yeah.
You're full of crap. They can go to the YouTube right now and be like, "Oh, that is a handsome man."
No. You
That
have
is
the
a-
low res thing
Go to
going.
the YouTubes. Yeah, the low
That's
res.
like
I
when-
look fantastic.
Like when
Smear the
Sybil
lens
Shepherd,
with
exactly. Sybil
Yeah.
Shepherd on Moonlighting. We just
Yeah.
smeared it.
I look fantastic in this lighting.
Yeah, he is a stunner. How about you,
I was at the
Beaker?
beach too, actually.
What?
Yeah, I was a +1 for my friend at a wedding where I knew nobody, and it was ridiculous.
Was it some sort of liberal lesbian affair? Or
No, it was a regular backwoods boarded
Oh, I'm sorry.
family
a
only wedding.
heterosexual wedding is
Yeah,
regular?
yeah,
How
crap.
disgusting.
Okay, you're right. Excellent point.
Walked you into that
You
dumpster.
totally did. Yeah, I'm in the dumpster.
You cut me off before I said it. I was going to say normal wedding. All right.
Yeah. Oh, and it was a 7-hour drive away, and my friend's car had no air conditioning, so
So
I'm a-
Mine is similar to that.
you got the
I'm-
Pete Maybe experience then.
Yeah,
I am an absolute apparition at this point.
I have 2 cars, no AC,
Yeah.
so it's terrible.
Yeah, 2 wrongs.
Well, oh wait, yes, you had to ride with somebody. I was like, why didn't you drive?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No car.
Okay, that makes
Awesome.
sense.
No AC. Like, how is that? I mean, isn't there just like a reef you can dump your car into if it doesn't have AC? It's just that should be checklist 1 on the inspection.
Yeah.
I feel like they should be giving that out like with tax breaks and stuff like that. Like they should fix your AC.
Or at least like just pay a poor person to get like a big frond. Is that the word I'm looking
Yeah, I
for?
think
I would
frond is the word
seriously,
we're
yeah.
getting used.
Yeah.
If I had a passenger next
Or
to me just
gigantic
fanning
peacock's
me,
feather.
Yeah, I feel like the frond is really cut out for that kind of work, though.
Yeah.
that'd be great.
And a couple
Yeah.
grapes, chilled peeled grapes. Like the things you use
Just
for the
to keep me
Halloween
quenched.
game to pretend
Sure,
that
yeah, the eyeballs.
Yeah.
What a way to travel.
Wow, no AC for either. It's a horrible way.
It was
I was-
misery.
And he acts like it's no big thing. But that's
Oh my
I'm just so
because
used to
he
it.
has that tough Irish sailor
Oh,
skin.
good lord. Yeah, I didn't know the limits of my body. It was awful.
Like I feel if Pete over here were at Custer's Last Stand, the Indians would have just been unloading arrows into him and they would have bounced off his George Hamilton hot dog skin. And he would have been hailed as, they would have called him Ironhide. God
I'm
of their
so
people.
cool with that.
I like
Eat
it.
Ironhide, baby.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Well,
That's
Old
what
tough skin.
Disco more
Oh,
Paul Lernick's
Redskin
album.
Pete.
that's not good.
He's not that old.
Some people think it's fine.
Term of respect for the people.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of the Redskins, speaking of the engine, the Red Man, I did a combine. This sounds like I'm making it up. I did the NFL combine workout down at Redskins Park.
Okay, explain to me what happens in a combine. I know that there is a bunch of sports ball
It's
action,
farm equipment, a combine.
right? Yes, originally.
Did you do the cotton gin?
Yeah, no,
How was that?
it was a Caligula thing where they
Okay.
buried a lot of
Listening.
guys up to their neck. And they were just,
Cool,
how many
cool.
heads could we do?
Yeah.
Driving a combine over them before our sense of wrong
Uh-huh.
kicked in. I won, by the way.
Did anyone?
I believe.
I know NFL Combine. I know that they didn't let us do the 225 bench. I know that's a combine event. How many times you can rep?
They didn't let you
225.
try it at all?
No, that's just
I
liability
mean, they
waiting
could
to happen.
spot you and everything, but yeah, I guess if
So
some
there's
weenie tries to pull it off.
there's 2 sports stations in DC. I used to work at one, WJFK, and then there's
Okay.
another one that's ESPN affiliated, owned by Dan Snyder. JFK has the baseball, the hockey, and the basketball, and Christ knows what else.
Yeah, they do
They
everything.
might have the Mystics at this point. I
I
don't
s-
really know.
I don't know if they just keep it local, but I swear I hear the Orioles on them too. So
They might.
they,
I don't
think
know.
I think if there's not a Nationals game, they're like, screw it, we got to put some baseball on there.
So Dan Snyder, because he's the Redskins owner, he has just the Redskins, but he wins because that's the team.
Of
people care
course,
about.
yeah.
I'm sorry, like you can pretend all you want. We give a damn about the Nats. We don't.
Oh, I think DC gives.
I think it's a
few
small
rats
portion. I think
and
it's about 10%.
I think if you're young enough to have never seen the Redskins win anything, maybe the Nats have polluted you. But if you tasted any of those 3 sweet Lombardis, that's all you care about. Just win, baby, win. That's all I care about.
That's all
Is
I
that what
care.
they call the ring? It sounds like a food.
The Lombardi,
A Lombardi.
it's named after
I don't
Vincenzo
care who it's
Lombardi.
named after. What is it?
Sounds like a very
It's the
decent
trophy.
submarine.
It's the Super Bowl trophy.
What do you call the ring? Isn't that what people want?
It's a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, that's dumb. Somebody ought to take naming rights on that.
Call it the
The
Lupo.
Nathan's hot dog ring.
Okay. So I got to 980 has an event that every year where they let you do combine drills. And my buddy
They
Brian,
let you.
what do you mean let you? What?
They let you.
Yeah, they invited
And they
me.
gotta let you use all their equipment, and then
Oh.
they gotta stand around with all their trainers to be like,
There you
okay,
go.
if this guy passes
People
out,
really
I
do
guess we
want
have.
to do this.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
Oh.
So my buddy Brian Carr,
It seems like something you would do for charity. Like, if I do this, like, you
oh
all
no,
have
no,
to
there's
cure prostate cancer.
a whole episode of Always Sunny dedicated to this called The
Hmm.
Gang Gets Invincible,
Oh,
where
probably
the
should have led with that.
That's where Deacon
I would have been
kicked,
on
right?
board.
the Philadelphia Eagles hold an open tryout.
Hmm.
And I think Dee dresses like a dude
She can kick, right?
to pretend she can play. Well, she kicks one ball like to the moon, and then she goes for a second one, and her foot just shatters because she has bird bones
Oh
in
yeah,
her foot.
of course.
And then Mac and Dennis think they can ball, but then they anger one of the McPoyle brothers, who clocks the hell out of them and is actually doing okay. But then I believe Danny DeVito, while tripping acid, shoots the McPoyle in his leg.
We should definitely change the format of this show to just recap one
What
random
happens?
episode of an old TV show.
We could do
And
that.
see how
And we
well I
should
can nail all
Stop
of this.
halfway through each
Yeah.
sentence. Remember that? Remember that? Remember that?
Yeah,
That was great.
those
My
Gilmore
point is-
guys are killing with the.
Yeah, Gilmore guys
Their
are killing
recaps.
it for real.
There is a gigantic
and all that.
there's a gigantic enthusiasm for a lot of people. I didn't feel this because I didn't even know I was really going to have to run these drills. We'll get to that in a second. But these guys want to go out and
That's what I
prove
was supposed to watch.
they can partially ball. That is exactly what I thought. So Brian called me up like a month ago, or texted me because it's 2016.
Sure.
And he's like, "Hey, I won this contest, and I get to do these combine things. Do you want to come?" And I thought,
He's totally Tom Sawyering you. Oh, so much
I
fun.
need to paint this fence. And we're John. So I think, like you say, I'm going to prison bitch style, Kool-Aid lipstick, my shirt tied up, be the cheerleader for Brian on the
Yeah, why
sidelines.
not?
Like, go team, you got this.
Uh-huh.
So I show up at Brian's house nice and early on Saturday morning. And thank God I wore sneakers because that's all I have. What am I going to show in my penny loafers, my
Your
my
boat shoes.
Buster Brown saddle shoes, yeah. And my cargo pants for work, which are filled with key blanks and my tears.
No.
Christ knows
Terrible
how much
workout.
biological material. And a t-shirt, because again, I own nothing. I own my fancy t-shirts, but it's not one of those.
This one doesn't have a V in it.
Yeah, and we're chilling, and he's playing Tecmo Bowl on a real old Nintendo, a legit NES system.
Nice.
I guess that's how we're gonna prep. And he's just playing Tecmo Bowl.
Well, that's how you get ready.
Yeah,
We don't
Fair
stretch or anything.
and I laugh, and I'm like, hey, I really have to drop some mud. But once you're running combine, drills, maybe I'll do that on the sidelines for a laugh. And he's like, well, maybe you'll do it when you're sprinting.
Hey, water boy.
And I'm like,
dump.
in the director's cut,
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm picturing it now.
I can see it.
I'm dropping a do. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm not running, you silly man. What is this? And he's like, did you not read the email? Do you think you're just there to watch me? I invited you so you can participate.
Oh, God.
And then it all came crashing in, and I was like, holy Christ, I'm in like the worst shape of my life. Like there's a time I'm not saying I would have crushed at any of these, but I wouldn't have embarrassed myself for God's sake. And now, I'm regretting the 18 hotcakes I put down
Yeah.
about 10 minutes prior and my breakfast beer. And
Always love
it dawns on me that I am going
them.
to.
Dessert.
We wouldn't serve it at
Don't-
National House of Pancakes.
He
It
doesn't-
wasn't fancy.
He doesn't have one for dessert. He leaves the show and then he finishes the sixer he brought over. And we can get to this later. Pete's party behavior. And he's like, I brought us a sixer. I'm like, I'm not really
Aw,
drinking.
It's for us.
And he goes, adapt. And then he just drinks two at a time like a walrus when he does.
Oh, walruses do that.
Yes, dude.
Take this, Darwin.
Oh.
So immediately I'm like, holy crap, I need to, I get some gym shorts on. I'm debating the final 5 minutes. I'm like, am I going to drop one? Will I not? Will I chance deucing on the 40? I'm like, that could be funny. Like that's an episode unto itself.
Yeah.
So I hold it in. And we drive to Redskins Park, which is like 5 minutes away from Brian's house in Ashburn. And we pull up and we get there. And
Is this in the bubble?
this is the Bubble.
This is the Bubble.
Yeah, it's a facility. It's called the Bubble. If you live in the area, it looks like like half an Epcot Center or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's just a giant white bubble
Yeah,
that is a speck on the Ashburn map. So if you're ever driving around that area, you'll probably run into it. But I've always been curious. I'm like,
yeah, it's several stories tall. It
is
looks
it-
like a football field,
is
but
it
covered.
hot?
It is AC'd as hell.
I was wondering.
There are wind tunnels literally the size of a hallway blasting AC onto the field about
That's
6 or
cool.
8 points along it. Oh, it's amazing. Like I just sat in front of those. I'm like,
Yeah.
just to know this level
This
of
is
AC
amazing.
exists. I don't care what humiliations I'm going to endure. So the whole time there, I'm like, oh, it's nothing gonna be a bunch of like fat talk radio listening people like myself. I'm not gonna be up against anything. So we're walking up, and I'm again expecting like just out of shape pieces of crap. I'm like,
Yeah.
look,
Who else won this contest?
I'm not
I would
gonna-
like to know.
exactly. I'm not
Who
gonna
else
crush
is
this,
listening
but I
to
won't be
talk
the
radio
body.
except for those people?
And if you're a white guy and you're not looking to get out athleted, you don't want to just see like a big line full of brothers.
Oh no!
Yeah, and I saw it started about 4 or 6 just diesel black guys at the desk signing it. I was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, what are you guys doing
I have
here
to bring
outside?
my
Am I
A
right?
game.
So we all signed waivers saying, if our hearts pop like a pimple, we can't
Yeah.
sue Mon Capitan Snyder.
Yeah.
And we get like a actual T-shirt that says like I survived the combine or whatever the hell, and we get a little like a guy in a bike race or a marathon, little
Mhm.
piece of paper with a number,
Oh, yeah, okay.
and we get a medical alert. No, that's a lie.
Yeah.
And so we walk in the bubble,
And steroids.
and yeah, of course, just the good things. Nothing syringy, pills you put in your urethra, a couple suppositories.
Sure.
Yeah, no tapping the vein on this man's territory. He doesn't stand for that.
No.
So my first impression walking in and seeing like an NFL-sized field, it doesn't look nearly as long, like end zone to end zone, as you think it would, but it looks wide as hell. Like it's a real chode. You know what I mean? Not that
Yeah.
long.
Oh yeah.
Real girth to it though. Like it almost, I kid you not. Oh God, dude, Sarah.
Now,
Yeah.
Every time.
You
Sarah.
need to stop eating those gas turkey sandwiches before you eat
Those
this.
gas station sandwiches with those
That's true. They're mostly gas.
So,
I don't know. So the football field doesn't look that long in person. This is absurd to me because, like, that you're always
It's
not
very,
you, but people are always using football field as like the measure of things, like to prove how big something. Oh, it's 4 football fields. That's how far you fell, or whatever.
Oh, Pete, I need
That's
It's
you
just
where
like
they-
a random.
that's where they
I need
the
to see
sniper
your-
was.
to
It's always where a
measure
sniper was, by the
the
way.
number of $1 we get.
Major.
Patreon.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't
Yes.
gonna bring it up.
Whatever.
No, all I can say is like walking onto one end zone, you look and you're like, oh, there's the other one. It doesn't look that far, but sitting on a sideline and looking at the other sideline, like, hello out there.
Oh, you had some good steroids.
Yeah, it was
You're fine.
a little odd. That was my first impression. So I want to get the humiliation over with quickly. Like I
It
want
stinks.
to get a taste of everything because what the hell? It's while I'm there.
Yeah. How
But
did he win this, by the way? Was it like, was it just a drawing? Or did he have to do something in order to
he was caller
gain that?
number 9.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
and somehow he picked me. And I was like, why, you got other friends. And he's like, well, I knew you wouldn't take it too
Yeah, my
seriously.
girlfriend did
You're
all
not
that.
gonna, honestly, you're not gonna put me to shame.
That was
Yeah,
really
that's
it.
actually a really good.
He's like, well, I got my friend Billy, but Billy's in great shape.
Yeah.
Like,
He doesn't need to be
See?
here.
Really need
Yeah.
to
you know what works for me?
What if they pick him and then he plays for the Redskins? I'll hate him forever.
Oh, you'd have to assassinate him.
You can't. Yeah. It's like, nope.
You'd
Can't
have
do
to,
it.
You'd have to get him on the garage. and
Sorry,
just
buddy.
Shove him off, Mr. Robot style. So, what? Oh, you just looked at me all perked up for a second.
I'm listening.
Okay. Wow, I'm not used to attention.
You're
Okay.
definitely not.
So we start with the vertical, which really just means see how high you can jump in the air.
Good.
And I'm not going to spoil my vertical number, but let's just say they had to lower the mechanism that, where you jump up and
Counts.
tap it.
Yeah.
So I could be
It's
mad.
not just
So
like the door jam of a high school
No, where if you can
or like a
leap high
street
enough,
sign.
you
Yeah.
do a couple pull-ups too,
Yeah.
and then the girls just all want to blow you.
Definitely. Yeah.
It's
So basically, you were the flex arm hang guy.
Oh. I
yes,
remember Flex Arm.
yeah.
They were like, oh, you can't do the pull-ups. Well, how about can you hold yourself up for a couple seconds?
Oh, I really was that guy. I mean,
What?
yeah. Well, okay. There was a time.
Used to be Diesel.
Oh no. Okay. Well, yeah. Later in life, I was able to do a lot.
This
of
was high
pull-ups
school,
again.
yeah.
No,
you were
I was a
like,
little
these
kid.
triple C's are not letting me do pull-ups.
Exactly. Exactly. Despite being high blood pressure coruscatins, they were not good
Yeah.
for the flow. I was up until second grade. I was able to do all that stuff, and then second grade, I comprehended death and just started eating because I was depressed. And so by like third
You
grade,
know what?
on,
I think
was
that's
out of
when I had a
shape.
realization that I needed to start like, oh, this is real. You got to start talking to people and making connections because
Oh.
like this is actual life. I think that's exactly when it happened to me.
Oh, I was like, I'm gonna die, so I'm just gonna eat mac and cheese and play Dino Wars.
Oh,
on
mine was
my
just
NES.
like, oh, this isn't just like a tiny little blip, although it really is in the scheme of things. But I
yeah, I
think
guess more blippy by the day.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I
Little
think
you
I
is
knew
dumb.
that it was. Oh no, I didn't care about anything. I think it was second grade. I was just like, nope.
Yeah,
This is real. This is actually a thing that's going on. I have
Either-
to start
yeah.
participating.
I don't know what, like either a bird died in the driveway or like I saw my grandpa shot in front of me. Something
Sure.
drove home that we don't
Maybe
last
both
here
in the same
forever.
day. So.
Yeah, shot with a bird.
Yeah.
It was messed up.
Two birds.
Bird shot.
So let's see, we go from the vertical to the 40-yard dash. In my defense on the 40-yard dash,
The 40-year-old dash.
yes,
Excellent.
they said a guy popped out his hammy right before we did it.
Good.
And
You're like, I can't do any worse
I
unless I cry. my pants.
exactly, unless I defecate uncontrollably. And the turf was real slick too. And like I'm wearing shoes with very little treading on them.
You're not exactly prepared yet.
I'm not exactly
at
svelte
cleats.
either, so
Yeah.
my treads take a beating with every thunderous stride. So I go for it, and again, the 40-yard dash time won't really be repeated on air. I think it was in the sixes,
Okay.
pretty bad.
I don't know what it's supposed to be.
No, I have no idea.
What's a good time?
I mean,
Low
a few
fours.
drinks, some good friends.
I like
Just
that.
chill.
I like it.
Low fours. Like if you really want to impress, like low fours. I think Tom Brady is like 5.5, so that's like the lazy white guy who really doesn't have to run in the game. So me cracking the 6 barrier,
That's not bad.
I could have done better. But
Yeah.
I felt like I was gonna fall and bust my ass out. Like it was just very slippery, and they just said, "Hey, a guy's hammy exploded."
Can we put Brian on blast? What do you do?
Yeah, like Brian was like up until the brothers caught up with us. Brian was number 1. He was, I think, at like 5.5.
He's lanky.
Yeah, he is. Oh, his vertical crushed too. He again until it was like a bad trick or treat. It was like Brian was crushing until the black kid teams came right behind us and obliterated his every score.
He tried his best.
Yeah, he was doing pretty well for a while. So we threw a pass, we kicked field goals. I did a slant route. It's hard to catch a pass if you
While
didn't
running at
think
full
so. Yeah, running at full speed and then turning over your shoulder while still running at full speed. I was really happy I just didn't fall on my ass.
Yeah.
Like the ball sailed over my head. I kind of went like for it. It was like still 5 feet short.
Did you get to try a couple times?
I could run it as much as I want. Like by the end, I was like, okay, there's one thing that I'm going to crush. And that was the Wonderlic
Bathroom.
test. Yes, the porcelain.
I thought I was there with you. Okay.
No, I was the Wonderlic test, which is the intelligence test. They give
That's
Like
a,
the
That's a
SAT?
thing?
that's a thing. The Wonderlic. It's
I didn't know that was a
One.
like logic puzzles type thing, but
What?
yeah,
Yeah.
and there's always like rumors of like, hey, such and such recruit had like a 2 Wonderlic, which is pretty much like you sign your name and you're able to be
That's
like,
it.
yeah,
Okay.
you know, which of these is a stop sign? Like you're at that level of comprehension. The Wonderlic was a little BS-y here because there was a lot of Redskins trivia.
Trivia?
Yeah, that's not so much comprehension, right?
No, that really isn't.
It was like, what team did Coach John or Jay Gruden play his arena career with?
That's
Arena
absurd.
Yeah. I
That's
was-
just like old dudes looking to stroke their
I'm
ego.
offended by this.
Yeah, well,
somehow.
just lazy Redskins fact wanking.
Yeah, what the hell is that about? You're like, I'm already here. I already like you guys. Why
Yeah,
are you pushing this down my throat?
but guess what?
Oh, but I bet you crushed it.
Who won it anyhow?
Did
this
you?
Guy.
Woohoo!
This guy. They grade the Wonderlic. They're like, you're the highest
Nevertheless,
one.
useless information prevails.
And not to play the R card, but guess which record I wasn't afraid of the Black Cats beating.
Oh.
A little laughter for that one. Okay.
We did.
Okay.
Since you got it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. To
For
make me
effect.
just sound like a bellowing bigot. Oh, oh, oh! And I came back to my car window smashed in because Black Guy joke again. So yeah, I was pretty impressed with myself there. I won the
Yeah.
Wonderlic just like I always thought I would if I were an NFL recruit.
Yes.
And from there we got to go. So we left the bubble.
Totally signing.
Yeah, I can be Ryan Fitzpatrick, the quarterback from Harvard. So we left the bubble, and they walked us like across the park, and that's where they
They have another
store.
facility over there, right?
Yeah, that's where they store the Lombardis.
Like,
Like,
you can't see from the road, so.
I'm sorry, like with zero protection. The Lombardis are behind as much glass, and I'm not saying this for exaggeration. Maybe an iPad at Best Buy is more protected than the 3 Redskins Lombardi trophies.
Well, where do they keep the Nathan's hot dog rings? In a case, I would hope.
Those are keistered by the security guards
Excellent.
and
Thank you.
and S'd out on game day.
That is very safe.
It makes sense.
No, I
Checks out.
behind just a normal swinging glass like office door, like
Huh.
one level office door, piece of crap. You can look through it at a glass case that has the 3 Lombardi. I'm telling
It's
you,
just like those flaps of clear plastic, like you're going into like the
It's the back of the Costco?
Yeah.
yeah. I swear to God, you give me a brick in 15 seconds and I'll get you some Lombardi love.
How far is it from the exit?
It's very close.
I'm
Committing
casing
a
this
violent
joint in my
crime.
head right now.
Get you in the team anyway.
It was, I mean, why not put them deep
Everybody
into
else
place?
has.
Yeah.
They're really right there next to the welcome desk. It's just like, here's our Lombardi, there's our crappy lock, quick, nudge, nudge. It was very weird to see. They were just so stealable.
That's
I
So
think it's weird how much you apparently want to steal one.
I really
What the
don't
hell?
Why
give a
would you
crap.
want that? It seems,
No,
I'm guessing, heavy?
if I
And
were to
probably not very
steal,
pretty.
I would just take a lot of money. There's no way you can fence a Lombardi trophy.
yeah. I was wondering.
Yeah.
I was like, I
Where'd
don't
you
know if
get
there's a
this?
market
I
for
want
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't recognize me? I am Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Joe Namath, you've aged horribly, I know. No, they're just right there. It's really weird. Again, I was just kind of bowled over. It seemed pretty precious.
People like sell
Not
their
the book
Oscars.
Push by Sapphire or whatever the hell.
No, certainly not.
But there's so many Oscars. There's like 100
there's a bunch
Oscars
of
a
Plus
year.
they make you buy them, I guess. Like you win one, and then if you really want your statue, you have to pay like $600 for it or something. So if you get it for like being on
Because
the sound
Hollywood's
editing
won by
team,
the.
you like don't necessarily want it because you don't want to shell out, but people will like sort of sell their Oscar.
That's really strange.
Yeah, isn't that odd?
But also, I mean, there probably isn't a price that they could even come up with. If you won an Oscar, you probably got paid pretty handsomely to win that Oscar.
Oh,
Maybe not the
I think-
independent films.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I don't know.
okay, maybe not the independent short films.
I don't know. Is there anybody who's not covered by like union scale pay or anything?
God, I gotta imagine you were at
Besides
some sort of
producers,
union if you were at
apparently,
the Oscars.
Yeah, right? I
Like
figure.
100%.
All right,
That's just
then.
what I'm thinking.
Maybe
John, I
best
think-
acting in a documentary.
Maybe we could take them.
I
What do you think? What was the guards like there?
oh
Lazy? Gus?
That's a little bigoted. I think they looked like they were
It's
very.
anti-guard?
They looked very well spoken.
Okay.
All right. Weird you mentioned guards. At the back of this facility was a incredibly lifelike wax statue of a guard. And I mean lifelike to the point we thought at any moment
He was gonna move.
this dude would move.
It was like a mime.
like an old white dude
Yeah.
statue.
Simply like street
Yeah,
X.
I
over
thought,
at the Redskins.
and everyone around me was just staring at this thing like, ugh.
Huh.
Really getting the willies off it. And he even had a name tag like Sill something or other, Sill Sybil or some junk.
That's
And the girl giving us the tour explained, Oh,
Tour
yeah.
of a bubble?
we didn't have a bubble tour. This is the building next to the bubble.
Did you take the Wonkavator?
I did, and I stole a gobstopper.
Ah.
And Pete was
I knew
all
you were gonna
purple,
do that.
and we rolled him out. So she explains Dan Snyder, for the first several years of his time owning the Redskins, had this creepy piece of ass in his office.
Ew.
Like, he liked having it there. It kind of made him, he had a little security guard there. He thought it was a
But it
great
wasn't
gag.
real.
No, and it is
So it's like a-
terrifying.
So it's like carrying around a stuffed animal.
Yeah, if your stuffed animal looked like a corpse, like that I think is a German show called Body Works,
Yeah.
where they take the corpses and they just fill them with silicone, and you see like a half animated, muscle and skeleton.
Oh, like a real
Oh,
person?
the art
Yeah.
show.
The art show. It looked like they just got lazy and took a real old dude's corpse and filled it with that same crap and then just left it there. It was so lifelike.
That very well could have
That's
happened
really
considering it
odd.
was Dan Snyder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
That
put it
was
out.
my favorite guard.
And she was like, "Yeah, you can tell who's new here." My most trustworthy seven.
Do you mind if I fill in for
There'll be no
wax?
replacing him. I said there'll be no replacing
I
him.
miss you, Smithers. And
Give that man a pension.
the girl said you can tell who's new at the place because when they walk past him to like the stairway, they're like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And then he just
That's
doesn't
great.
answer. And they're like, "Who's that old dickhole?"
He's so unfaithful.
So that was my time at Redskins Park. No crapping on the.
Yeah, so did you just wait until the whole thing
Did you
was
see
over?
any Redskins?
I did not. I actually saw a dude I used to work with in radio, but I didn't say hi and he didn't
What?
recognize me. Yeah,
Oh.
Scott Jackson. He was there.
Hey, Scott.
And
Scott listens.
and Brian Mitchell. I used to work with Brian Mitchell. He's
Hey,
a
Brian.
Redskins. And Doc Walker. I'd
Hey,
never seen
Doc.
Doc Walker before.
Good to see you again.
Brian had Brian Mitchell had a great line because Brian's like, "Hey, B Mitch, just wanted to say hi. I wish I could do what you do." He's like, "Yeah, I wish I could do what I did." So there you go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And
But no Redskins. No Redskins wives.
no current Redskins. A couple of Redskins cheerleaders. And this will be a little girl
What?
power
That's
for
kinda
you.
worth
Good
it.
lord, who is this?
They're
Okay.
so slathered in makeup, even I can't really get into it.
Oh.
I mean, it's just on with the spackle. And so we went to World of Beer and ogled our waitress. There goes my
Mhm.
my good guy points.
Yeah.
I don't know where you thought you were getting good book.
And we just drank for like 4 hours. It was a while.
That sounds like
I'll
an
just say
appropriate
this.
amount of time to me.
Brian's wife thought we ran a lot of drills. By the time we got home, according to the wife.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, we had a very
That's why I'm so
active day.
disoriented. I'm just
So
dehydrated.
dehydrated.
So that was it was a weird blast of feeling like the inadequacy a little bit still to this day of being like the crappy kid in gym class. Made more so annoying because to overcompensate for that, the vast majority of my 20s, I was like in better shape than most of these guys. And now I'm back on the other side of it.
If only you could have done it in better shape.
Oh yeah, by next year,
Will
both
we
of
be
us.
back?
You're gonna do this again.
Are we gonna be back?
Yeah, both of us.
I'm
Val.
trying to go, and and we're gonna record it, and it's
Are
gonna be
you kidding?
live.
It would be hilarious.
I don't know how, but it's gonna be
Okay.
live.
Okay, for
It's-
comedy, fine, but
And you're gonna
I
be there
honestly
too.
You can do
don't
that too.
understand any other purpose.
They let some of the guys' girlfriends cheerlead.
And you were
A
there.
Oh,
skill a
good.
girl could learn.
Good, thanks.
No, actually, a couple girls did the combine as well. I was like, I beat all of them.
Did you though?
I did.
Yeah, the Redskins were like, I beat all them
Do you
too.
think he's honest? Oh God, that's great.
Oh, Junior Gillette. No,
Who's
I-
Junior?
Oh, Junior Gillette, yeah, your little bit of sports news for the show.
Yeah, I don't know all
Junior-
this sport. I don't know. any
Sure.
sports
So
guys,
Junior
sorry.
Gillette, I think, is
I only know who the
defensive lineman.
Democrats are.
I don't think he's a linebacker. I think he's like an end. I could be wrong.
Probably got good reason to be defensive.
Yeah. So Junior Gillette is a real piece of crap that the Skins took from the Saints, I think, last year, who let him go when his contract lapsed because he just beating his girlfriend. I think there was video of him on Instagram taking a belt and just beating the crap out of a chick with it. Why did you laugh at that?
How is it-
Hold on,
it was-
isolate that laugh. You are disgusting.
It was your gesture. It was like a lasso.
It was.
Like,
It
you have
was
no
like he was
idea
really winding up.
How
and he
you
was
would
like,
possibly injure
She gonna
someone
get
with
it.
a belt. You're flailing it above your head like a helicopter.
No, it's just, yeah, exactly, a P.D. Pablo.
she
So,
gonna get it.
she got it now. Just like she's gonna get the belt. So we get him and he blows his Achilles tendon and sits out the whole year. So this year he's gonna come back.
What?
Who the hell?
Fighting his girlfriend?
Kicking his grandmother in her patch.
Jeez. What a
So
jerk.
his Achilles blows. He sits out a whole year. He's gonna be back this year, and they got him for like pennies on the dollar because he's both crippled and a woman beater. And he blows out his other Achilles apparently. And now I think the contract was actually worth something this year. So now it's a bit of egg on the team's face.
Oh, so like he actually got paid?
I believe he gets $4 this year. $4 million. For
Okay,
doing
so
that.
unlike Ray Rice, who's just asking for literally anything.
Oh yeah, Ray Rice is like, please,
I still got it.
I will play on your team, and yeah, you can let like some sort of women's association use my mouth as a toilet.
Well, yeah,
afterwards.
he's gonna donate it all to charity, right?
A woman beating charity.
Interesting.
I don't know if it's exactly that.
No, it is. It's
Is
like,
that what it was? I
he's-
thought it was just a charity. It's an open wide thing.
Like any charity,
Well,
throw it up in the air.
I think maybe they picked it. I don't know.
Interesting.
I thought it was just kind of an open
it
charity
like
thing. But it was
Corona or
it's
something?
for like better women.
yeah. Like to get them new teeth or something. I don't know. Whatever the hell.
I
it is.
guess.
Teach them how to throw
Weird,
a punch. Am I
yeah.
right?
Just
Rarely.
how to duck and dodge and
Never seen
Die.
Sleeping with the Enemy. Okay. So the
he's not gonna get
what makes it that much funnier, this whole women beating thing, is they go out.
How could it be?
Yeah, I know. You're gonna have to put a pinky to the corner of your mouth. That's how golden this gets. They're now looking at Greg Hardy, who of course is like infamous for beating the hell out of his girlfriend.
Ah.
And I understand this is a big problem in football, but it's not like every damn dude does it. And they're like, look, we have a whole
It's like
We
have
a
a
lot
type.
of them.
we have a whole defensive end, and so help me God, this man will
They
have
are going to be brutal
Yeah.
as F.
this man will have bruised knuckles.
They're gonna be dangerous. So, but nobody beat you. Any girls beat you on any of those?
No, God, I'm out of shape. I'm not a cripple.
What about
I feel like there's a lot of
Rorschach
CrossFit
or whatever,
going on in
the
the
Wunderbar test?
Wunderbar.
Yeah,
The
What's the-
Wonderlick.
the Wunderlich test.
Yeah, the Wunderlick. Wunderlich.
Nothing.
No, I won
I
that.
mean, were they?
I mean, I ran out of the building before anyone beat me.
were they still kicking ass?
Who, the girls?
Yeah.
There was two
I'm
girls
just like
there.
curious.
There was like a really bony looking girl.
That'd be kind of cool to see.
And then there was a more like Zaftig, blondish. I beat them both though. Yeah, I beat both the girls. I'm here, aren't I? I don't have like rope burns on my neck.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't disembowel myself or cut off my left pinky.
Seppuku.
Yeah, I'm here. I beat the girls.
Okay, good. That's good.
I don't like
I
this.
I was just trying. I was
Beat
bringing
the
up-
girls.
I was just
Beat the.
bringing up
Join me, Pete.
strong females.
Make Sarah comfortable. Beat the girls. Okay, nothing.
Yeah.
Right. Way,
No, not
way
at
to
all.
build the scene.
Not at all. Because personally, I would like to see a woman win. And I'm
The
talking,
White House.
of course,
Ugh.
about the DNC.
I've come full circle on that, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a time where I was doing the whole like. Well, first of
Rarely
all,
see you complete an arc.
yes, I hate the. Is that a joke about me not getting it up?
No, just about your storylines.
I never wanted Trump, but I was kind of considering the third parties.
Oh,
You know, pissing away my vote.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Oh, Gary.
the whole time I've been like,
Call
you
them
know
piss
what?
parties.
I hate Hillary, but I guess I have to vote for her. You know what? I'm doing the full circle. Like when you hated A-Rod for years, and then they're like, we're trying to ban him for steroids. And he's like, no, screw you. I'm just playing still. That's how I feel about Hillary.
Oh, yeah.
She's just an
Pretty
S-heel.
resilient.
She's just like, look, I pretty much stole this from Bernie. The emails reveal that. I'm never going to give it back to him, and I'm still here. At some point, you're like, that bitch is a survivor. You know
Yeah,
what?
right?
Like, whatever.
Yeah, I
Give
think
it
she's
to her.
strong AF, as they say.
I mean, I still think she's fairly amoral, but I don't know if
Yeah.
that's like the worst quality in a president.
So,
I don't, and you're right, it's not.
since we have this love or hate debate, I was wondering if you guys would like to play a game.
Sure.
I was thinking,
Okay.
since the DNC is going on, I was thinking it'd be fun if we chose
It'd
to
be fun. Where did you go to school?
Mary?
Oh, yeah, Woodbridge.
fudge
Yeah, it's on his arm.
kill the
Fudge
DNC
like I did the
speakers.
field?
Yes,
Okay.
fudge them real good.
All right.
So I was wondering, yeah, we'll go day by day. I
So
will,
that makes
I will
you
list off.
salt.
Oh,
I will
she's
list
the
off-
DNC.
I will list off the three,
You're
and I
Cinderella.
think once we get to the end, I mean, you'll be able to make your vote.
Yeah,
All right.
this is
Let's do
Absolutely.
fudge, Mary, kill.
as good a way of deciding how to vote as any other way.
Yeah, you better make this short and sweet because we got both a whole segment on the delightful Stranger Things to get to, but also I need to get home and watch Stranger Things.
I think that
Are
that's
you
the most
Watching
important part is to
appointment
go home
television?
and watch Stranger Things.
That's how good
But right
Stranger
now we're
Things
gonna
is.
do
I can
this.
stream it on demand and it's still appointment television.
It is
It's
amazing.
crazy nuts.
So,
What a warrior.
first three.
Okay. I think these are in order of, I didn't watch it.
No,
Are these the-
Do you
in
have
order that
pictures?
they
and
appear?
I'm looking at a list here.
I didn't watch
I
it.
did,
really
I did
didn't
watch
say-
a little bit of Facebook.
These
So-
are like the headlines.
Okay.
So I didn't get all
Sure.
of them. I didn't get like
Cool.
Okay.
Jason something, the
Sudeikis.
gay basketball player guy.
Probably not.
You
I
know,
really liked his speech,
why-
and I was like, dude, why isn't he on this list? I would have picked that.
Why didn't you
Some of-
bring that dude up 2 years ago when we all knew his name for 16 days?
Right. Anyways,
I probably didn't.
so here we go. Michelle
Okay.
Obama,
Sure.
Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren is the
Oh.
header. So I know it's like, ooh,
Oh, that's,
these are like
okay, that's
top dogs.
hard.
These are
Oh, no, this is
really
simple.
hard. So since I asked the question, I'm gonna go last.
Okay.
I would like.
Ah.
You guys want to?
I've already got it done.
Oh, okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
John, go ahead.
All right, he killed Elizabeth Warren.
All right. Now, why? Do we? Okay. Sorry, I didn't tell you the rules.
Sure.
I'm gonna need a little backstory. Unless you don't want to say any backstory, then totally fine with that.
All right, I killed Elizabeth Warren because.
How do you do it?
Well, you know what? We'll do the kills last, actually. So you marry Bernie Sanders. I think he would be fun to be around.
Pretty reasonable, right?
Yeah, it'd be an open marriage. Obviously, we're two straight
I
dudes, so we don't have to bang
I
each
can't
other.
believe how much I disagree with this. This is gonna be a great game.
And he'd just be like old and crazy and like hilariously Jewish. Like I wanted to be like living with Larry
These
David.
are so funny.
Yeah, I just want to be the Leon to his Larry, to his LD. You bang Michelle Obama because I don't get like the whole thing that she has a dick, according to Alex Jones or whatever. Like,
Oh.
I don't know who that is.
I think she's,
so it's probably wrong. And way
I,
less
I'd
important.
bang her if I just saw her on the street. Like, I think she's a good looking chick.
100.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think anyone who's like, I wouldn't bang her, it's like, okay, you wouldn't bang any black chick. Like, let's just include that in this
Or
statement.
it could be people who wouldn't bang someone who's clearly stronger than they are.
She's got jacked arms and
Yeah,
stuff.
she's jacked.
If I can interject on a little bit of my vote, that actually did make me cautious. I was like,
Okay.
she has had sex with a lot of power. I don't know.
That too. Good
That
point.
that is frightening. And also, she has a lot of power. Can you
Yeah.
handle that power?
I mean, I'd like to think she
In the
just let me
fantasy
lie
of this
there.
game, yeah.
Yeah, like she's
And then
all,
it's-
she's a shot caller.
These are good questions.
So she would just like walk in and be like, hey, dummy, turn off Netflix for 5 minutes, drop them. And then she'd just like hop on for a ride and like get her nut. And be like, okay, peace.
Mm.
So
Thanks
that's,
a lot. Little slap.
But
Yeah.
does she really believe
Stay golden,
Stays.
Tony boy.
Yeah.
And then you kill Warren because isn't she like long in the tooth? And
Why
So
not?
you just take her behind the shed?
Yeah, well,
like
no.
Michelle Obama did with you?
I think you talk about all the rabbits she's gonna see, and then you put the pistol to her brainstem and yeah,
Nice.
blow it right out her mouth. All right, your turn,
So-
Beaker.
Go ahead.
Definitely Fudge, Michelle Obama. I mean, she's amazing, right? So much power. I just
I'd
want
watch
to be
that.
like on the list. Yeah.
Are you doing
That's
the
probably
giving, or is she
pretty
doing the
prestigious
giving?
list.
Are you a pillow princess, or are you,
You
actually going
literally
to
have no
perform?
idea what you're talking about.
I literally don't know what that means.
What, a pillow princess?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, that's a girl who gets with girls but refuses to do the actual diving. So she puts a pillow over her face and lies back while the other chick does her thing to her.
That is just a made-up thing on the internet.
Yeah, you definitely.
Oh yeah, it's
Sure.
not weird when I'm whacking at the Craigslist posts like no PPs.
Honestly.
Nah, it's a real word.
Yeah, I know. There's like
Return.
100 people
Being in
that
the
do
Urban
that in the
Dictionary
world.
doesn't necessarily make something legitimate.
I tell that to the angry dragon.
Hey, whatever gets done.
So would you pillow princess this, or you're gonna?
None of that
No,
is
you have
important
to
at all. This is a very serious.
This is the
political
most
game.
important.
If I can answer this for you, no. You gotta see that. You
Yeah,
gotta be there, right?
where Malia and
You know what?
Melania.
Who knows? Who
Okay.
knows?
Okay,
None
so
of
then-
this.
All right,
is
so
like-
it's mysterious. The candles are being
she's
a little bit
amazing.
too
She
dark, so
clearly
yeah.
has like a strong, like powerful sexual energy. I think it's obvious that like anyone who's a human being would absolutely love
Good times were had.
that.
All right.
Right?
I don't get the sexy vibe, but look at you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
But
crazy.
go ahead.
You're crazy.
I don't really watch
The way
this
that
video.
confidence is sexy on anybody, like
I just say she has a tight bottom,
she just knows
pair of
her.
lips. All right.
she knows her stuff.
All right,
Yeah.
continue.
I would marry Elizabeth Warren because I don't think she's that old, and I don't care if she's that old. She's
Yeah, you could be like
interesting. We
Sarah
can like.
Pauli with her chick.
I feel like I could chill with her, and Bernie Sanders would get on my nerves. He's great. I would, if he were the nominee, I would happily elect him, but he would really get on my nerves. Like, you really think you could live with Larry David? And that's the best possible version of him. Like, we're hoping that he's the SNL impression of himself,
I would-
and he's not.
I would download the soundtrack to Curb Your Enthusiasm. And like, if he walked in the room, you just hear whum, bum, bum, ba-da-da-dum, da-dum. That's all I would do with him,
Yeah.
and it would never get old.
No, it would get old immediately and forever.
4 hours in when I'm reaching for.
So you gotta take them out.
Yeah, sorry.
How you
just
gonna do
have to. How?
Oh, gas chamber, you're disgusting, dude.
kindly.
Poison bagel?
Oh,
You know, it probably wouldn't take much to give him like a heart attack. So maybe I would do it in like the nicest way.
oh, I see.
I mean, I'm
Fisting
already
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
shaking my fist at him like
Oh.
he does at the moon or like cheese or whatever.
Shake harder, boy.
2 fudges, 1 kill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, how about you?
As much as I think it would be, it's funny that you mentioned fudging, Mr.
A combination
Sanders.
fudge kill?
Exactly. I think that it would be kind of fun because, like, let's say he was vocal. That could be pretty hilarious. But I don't think that's what fudging is all about. So I agree with you, John. I think Michelle Obama is the best case scenario. There's
Oh, yeah.
a booty, there is power, there is confidence. She knows what she's doing. She's going to tell me what to do if, you know,
Yeah,
they
you wouldn't
like,
have to make
get that. Yeah, I was going to say, you
decisions.
get those guidelines, things
Yeah.
go smooth. It's going to
Dude,
be fantastic.
like legit, when's the last time you would have actually banged a first lady? And not like Jackie Kennedy
Oh,
with
I-
her wide set deer eyes, like practically on the side of her head.
I don't think
Exactly.
Odd argument, but okay.
Exactly. I dump one in her. So what if she has a piece? As long as it doesn't like flop down
Move
from
it
where
to the
she's
side.
tucked, yeah, you're still
Look to the
straight.
side.
There you go. Continue.
Keep the
Yeah.
panties on. Just then you
Exactly.
can still keep it tucked. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. Her spanks
There-
her again.
There are ways around this. And then I guess just because that is how the game goes, you got to kill Elizabeth Warren.
There you go.
And with a sledgehammer.
And so if there is a
Why is
majority, we actually do
this?
have to kill them.
I don't think that Michelle Obama would be
John, do we
into us. In our
do we have another? Do we have a little bit more time to do another? do we have
Depends how late you want to
Tuesdays?
stay here. It's 9:07. I want to do a little stranger things
Yeah,
talk.
really.
but-
You know what? This is going to be going on. We can bring this up next week.
Okay.
I think when we get a
we
little
should
more
do
clear
Mary Fudge
situation,
Kills more.
I like
Yeah.
Mary Fudge Kill. It's funny.
it's going to be good.
I like the fudge.
Yeah, I kind of like just thinking about fudge.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
this a lot.
Actual fudge.
I do not
metaphorical
like it
fudge.
as much as I like Stranger Things. Though.
Stranger
As
Things.
fun as this has
Seen
been,
You guys are really into this, right?
Yeah, Casey got
I haven't seen it
into
at all yet.
I have not been drawn into a show. Like, I have been drawn. Stranger Things, those that don't know, new Netflix show. So I was going to get to it at some point.
Sure.
Anytime Netflix is like, really, they're saying, hey, John, we made this for you. They might as well be my mom just coming in with like a new pasta they boiled. They're like, do you want to eat this, sweetie? I'm like, you know I do. Just leave it. I'll get to it. And Stranger Things is so much, I don't want to sound all internet-y, it's so much good. Like, it's set in 1983, all right? So it's based around like 4 geeky kids,
Already got a good timeline.
but like
Okay.
believably geeky. Like, not,
Okay.
I guess your Freaks and Geeks did it too, to some extent.
Yeah. I
They
was
played a
just
little
thinking
D&D.
But these kids, yeah, it starts
They
off
did,
with
yeah.
4 little kids. I think they're in Indiana in 83. So like one of them has some disease where like his adult teeth aren't in yet. One of them
The cutest
is,
thing ever.
you could
It's
punch
great.
that mouth, he could never bite.
It's great.
And then
It's
there's
hilarious.
like a black kid, so in Indiana that's a handicap.
Sure.
And then I think there's like just 2 like little scrawny nerds. The whole point is they really took me back to kind of being a kid
Okay.
that's like
okay.
hanging out and not getting any.
Well, but what's like the thing? What's the deal?
So what happens, one of them disappears in thin air.
Oh.
And there's an investigation into what the heck happened. And we know it's a supernatural cause.
You know that because of the title.
It's done on screen. Like
Oh.
what happens to
So
him.
there's no
Yeah.
mystery.
And this isn't too much of a gift.
Well, there's a lot of mystery.
There's a lot of mystery.
Like if some shadow creature.
Oh, I guess I meant the point wasn't that it's a mystery. It's not like
No, it
Night
is.
Of or something.
Okay, not a mystery in that sense. It's a mystery like what
It's
the
not
hell did we
whodunit.
see?
Oh.
Like, these shadow arms kind of almost
Okay.
enwrap him, and then like everything just disappears. Like
Huh.
the shadow beast and this kid, and all
Weird.
the lights kind of blow out in this little house in the first couple minutes. You're like, what happened to him?
Okay.
What was that Midnight Shenanigans movie? M. Night Shyamalan? The alien.
Midnight Shenanigans sounds like
Yeah.
a horrible
The-
comedy.
Fantastic.
The one with the alien stuff. So it's
Science.
Oh,
science.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So similar to that's as much as we get to see this creature.
okay.
So we
Is it funny?
it's not exactly a who done it because we
they're
knew
just-
it was
I
that
am-
weird thing.
I was
Huh.
so immediately drawn. Maybe it's because I'm such an 80s synth Thor. Synth whore, not
Synth
synth Thor.
Zingthor.
Yes,
Yeah.
with Synth Mjolnir. No, the soundtrack is nothing, but it sounds like the beginning of the Terminator almost, combined with Joy Division and
So
New Order
good.
songs. I mean, like, yeah, really, I had to
Okay, so they
stop
just
and like
Got the
tweak
aesthetic.
my nippers.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so good.
But the characters are all somehow like I don't even know. I can't even quantify what makes every character so appealing. But I love everyone. There's this.
Wow. Okay.
and there's this-
Are they children? Like child actors?
And
Of
they're
course I love
great
this show,
child
sure.
actors.
Good question.
They are children and
Okay.
they're great child
So
actors.
there's like 4
Interesting.
kid actors, or no, 5 kid actors.
Mhm.
Then there's the nerdy girl, who I guess is your nod to what's her name, Lindsay Capellini or whatever. Whoever played
Oh
like
yeah,
the
she didn't do anything else.
she did a couple things,
I
but yeah,
know,
she didn't have
I
much of a
remember.
career.
Wait, who?
The older chick from Freaks and Geeks, the sister who was both smart but had a wild streak. In fact, like that
The one
exact
who
character is
Was
recreated.
Busy Phillips.
I don't know who that is.
Oh yeah.
One of them was in a Netflix series
Mm.
recently.
I don't know, man. The
Whatever.
point is that they even have like the cute little 19-year-old girl who plays like the nerd who's losing her
Girls
V
can
card.
be real full characters.
No, she is absolutely.
Good.
Yeah, you'd like her.
Okay,
And
I'll watch it.
maybe my favorite character in the whole show so far,
The
Is her-
mystery monster.
her dumpy, chubby, cock-blocking friend Barb, who just has the huge Sally Jesse Raphael glasses
Oh,
and the short hair, and walks around in these horrific mom jeans. And it's just
Oh
her,
my god, she must have the world's biggest vagina. I swear to God.
like she could win 4-H.
Casey and I
passing
were
a
watching
half
this
out
and
of
we were like, the designer hates this woman. She thinks she is the worst person that she has ever met. She hates her with every ounce of her body, and she gives her, I kid you not, there's just this big
Okay.
Big mom
okay,
thing.
awards for
Like
costume
they
design.
wouldn't sell it on the shelves at Kmart. Even now that it's going out of business and they're just clearing the crap out
There's
of the
a
bag.
single person in the 90s or 80s that would have been caught dead in something like that.
You see these jeans, yeah, it's scarier than the monster.
It
And
really is.
her every moment of screen time, Barb is so great and so real. Like her friend,
Okay.
again, I don't remember the cute girl's name, but she's out with her new boyfriend and his like rough and tumble crowd. They just, which again, they so drive home that in high school to be rough just means you guys are actually having sex and drinking a few
Yeah.
beers.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Come on, let's go home." And then her friend, who's
Doing exactly what teenagers are supposed to
yeah, and her friend is sitting there shotgunning a beer for the first time, and they're like, "Come on, Barb, why?" She's trying to get Barb to fit in, and everyone else is just like, "God damn you, Barb!" And so Barb is like, "Screw it, I can play along too," and just tries to take the knife to shotgun and stabs her on him. It's just so real.
do. You're like,
That's exactly what Barb would do if she were real.
Okay, you've sold it.
you're like, I would have done that at a party.
Yeah.
I would have been that guy.
And everyone is just staring at her like, "You effing putz." And then she's just bleeding in front of all of them while they go upstairs to bang each other. It's so great. Just the soundtrack, the world, this like, I'm sorry, I guess if you live in middle America, you're like, yeah, this is my backyard, it's boring and it sucks. But to see like a slice of 83 middle America where these kids are like riding their bikes home and the one kid goes missing and
Carving out
they
their
aren't
fun.
immediately like, "Oh, let's go through the catalog of the kid rapists we have within a 1 mile radius of this and start knocking on their doors." It's so great to see wired telephones.
Huh.
Winona Ryder is to play the part of like a single mom, so her streak of not looking
wow.
or looking hot is kind of over in this one. But I
Interesting.
hope there's an episode where she gets like dolled up to go in the town. Say, "Oh, even Winona still got it," because I need that. I love Winona Ryder.
Sure.
I cannot see that happening at all.
Given what's happened in the story, I want her to go out on
But
Sunday.
I want
with some guy.
something like that to happen.
And it's like, if you stop thinking about your missing kid for 2 seconds, really gets
She goes, you know
gets
what?
rid of those wrinkles on your
You're right.
yeah. And then
I need to give this up.
she kicks up her heels and
Might
has
as well
a
make
wild
another
time.
one.
But I cannot get enough of this show. The cute girl's cute. The nerdy kids are nerdy. The music is
It
synthy.
doesn't feel forced too with the nerdy.
No, not
It's
at
not
all.
like they're forcing, like they're like, look, he's got that T-shirt on, or he's got that game in the background, or they're doing that. Like they played a
He's got
couple
that
of
scoliosis back.
exactly, yeah. Like they played like a couple of nerdy games, and they're not like. I mean, I like it. They keep it like Dungeons and Dragons based. I don't know. It just doesn't feel forced. It feels
It's
really
only
good,
8 episodes too. I crushed
which is
4
great.
of them
Yeah,
yesterday.
because it's like
My
so
goal
easy to
today is to
binge.
get the other.
It's so easy to
Okay,
binge.
I'll give it a shot.
I love it.
Everyone should give it a shot.
But just that soundtrack too. Oh, I like everything about it. I'm gonna be so heartbroken. I got like 3 left.
I know.
man.
I'm gonna finish it, and this is
Oh god. This
could
is.
be the end.
I guess this is like what
Everything.
nerds feel like when they have a good book.
Yeah.
I don't read
It
anymore.
is.
I just audible.
All right. Well,
Let's go home.
Speaking
Watch
of
some
nerdy
Stranger
stuff.
Things.
yeah, I'm running back to see if that disappeared kid comes back.
Exactly. So we checked the list. Go watch Stranger Things. Go contribute to the Patreon, or go to In Papa's Basement and submit to the PayPal.
There's a PayPal. You can just give us money via that PayPal link that is on the Papa's
Grazie.
Basement on the side. Like he said, in Guinea Talk. I'm John Pop Giorgio. This was Papa's Basement, at Papa's Basement on Twitter, on Instagram. I think that's it for the ats, but please find us and follow us there. Find us, follow us, and rate us on iTunes and Stitcher. Whichever app you use, I guess if you're an Apple good person, use iTunes, the podcast store. And if you're a ghetto person with a droid,
And if you also have an
Use
Android,
Stitcher.
you can get the Papa's Basement app. Yes, that is also a thing. That is a real
How's
thing.
that doing, Pete?
It's doing awesome. It's really kicking ass.
I believe Donald Trump
It's-
more than I believe you.
It's just great. Yeah.
Is it huge?
It's doing as well as Gary Johnson.
Okay, so it's not polling in both
Yeah.
states.
It exists.
That sounds believable.
And you can vote for
InPopSpace.com,
it.
show's website. Go there again. Every episode we've ever done. You guys.
I'm at Pete Maybe, and eventually I'm going to be doing some jokes over at my Tumblr, which is maybe not, and I'm on Instagram at that Pete Maybe.
That was the saddest thing. Eventually, I'll do some shows.
No, I got to be doing them
Go
soon
like that,
because
Mom.
I'm going to be I got to be submitting soon, so
And
you guys will get that content too.
Yes, Sarah Beaker. I'm at on the tweets at Madam Too Soon.
All
That's
right.
it.
Till the next one.
All
We're out of
jokes.
here.
We're home free. School's out, baby.
That's
Then
fun.
Cardellini.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's actually she was on Mad Men and
Yeah, I remember that.
was on Netflix original Bloodline.
Ah, shit! I should have pulled that. I know she was in
Casey's watching it. I don't really like it.
the Will. It's okay. I mean, again, it's like Netflix
I'm
original.
not really into
Fucking
family
watch it.
drama.
It was the Mark Wahlberg bangs
Oh, I
Will
love-
Ferrell's chick movie.
I love Early Edition guy.
Who's her
I
early
remember
edition?
Early Edition.